Alright guys, so we're back and we gotta figure out how we're gonna put this plan into action on Mars, like what materials we're gonna need, how we're gonna get there, what we need to do to prepare for this project. So what do we got?
Okay, well, I think for project 1 we should use robots.
Oh, whoa, look at that.
These. And so basically for our week 1 project, we are going to be programming robots to kind of move forward, move backward, move in different, like reverse, different shapes, so that way we can start programming them to do higher goals on Mars for our project. But the only problem is I don't know how we're going to clear the land for our
Well, we can do a land clearing robot.
So we're thinking of we can use a maze runner robot and a cage robot to move around the boulders and flatten out the land. And just like that, we can smooth out the surface of our mall. And I'm thinking we can call it a smooth operation.
Okay, so how we're going to do this is we're going to take the cage runner and it's going to move the boulders out of the way, like the bigger boulders out of the way. And then the maze runner is going to come through after and kind of smooth out the land, move the smaller things out of the way, kind of just clear the land, create a flat land for our mall.
And it's good that we're doing that because for this project we need a flat surface because Mars is kind of like rocky and like bumpy, and the mall needs to have a firm foundation on Mars or it's just gonna crumble.
Okay.
But like, once we've done that, what do we do afterwards? Like, we have to really speak up here, guys. Come on.
So I think for the third week, we should jump into constructing our mall. We're going to be using the tow truck robot and the cage.
The crane robot.
The crane robot.
Yeah, the crane. Yeah, sorry. I kind of got
good. I mean, hey,
mixed up. They're kind of
so there's a lot of
There's 2 robots here. That's a lot. It's higher than I can count.
But for the crane robot, like it's gonna be able to move the materials on Mars, but because we'll have the materials on Mars because the tow truck already.
It's a tongue twister, yeah.
Yeah. But the tow truck is gonna bring the materials to Mars, but when it gets there, the crane robot's gonna move them and be able to help build them all because of the sensors on the crane robot. They're gonna be right on top of each other and they're gonna be very precise due to that sensor.
Right.
And it's going to be so much more efficient on our hand because it's going to be a lot quicker and less chances of injuries, and it'll be more precise. And since the robots can directly place in position.
Okay, but what are we going to do after we finish the mall?
Okay, well I think the first thing we need to think about is how we're going to transport people to and from the mall and like materials to and from the mall and like inside of the mall.
It's like a railroad.
Kind of.
But underground. A railroad that's underground.
No, we're
I
not
got
going to
it.
do that.
Why?
Okay, well, let's just call this the motion potion. It has an neck ring and it rhymes.
I like mine better.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have these robots and we're gonna build them so they can fit people and like bigger materials, and they're gonna kind of move to and from our mall and inside of our mall because our mall is really big. And what's going to be so great about these is they're not going to require drivers because they have sensors and they're going to be able to move on their own. And it's just going to make traveling and moving those materials really easy for us.
Right, so I think we'll do that by like, and the reason we need to do that is because this mall is going to be like a mega structure, right? People basically be able to like live out of it.
Yeah.
So, we'll use, for our how, we'll use these maze runner bots so we can schedule paths on, we'll modify them for people. So that'll go like to and from different parts of the mall. They'll have stops. But then just keep shelves and like, keep everything full. That'll require a lot more manual labor. So I think to like reduce that, we could use tow truck robots, which will do our heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So is that everything?
I think so.
Alright, so we need to first get like a basic sense of, everything our robots can do.
Programming, yeah.
Then we just smooth out the terrain, start construction, then it's just upkeep. It'll get easier and easier.
Sounds great.
Alright.
Alright, let's get to work, y'all.
Alright.